Hi, I'm Zach with Sativa Building Systems. Today we are on the site of our greenhouse build, and I like to call this the world's greenest greenhouse because it's being built from our flagship product. This is our Z panel. I wanted to start off with a product introduction and tell you a little bit more about how these hempcrete hybrid block panels get put together and how they really work. So I'll kick us off with that before we get into the build. So here is one of the first Z panels that was constructed off site, actually right next to where the camera is, or you cannot see at the moment. There is a pallet of hempcrete block panels just like this. So this is the Z panel, and I wanted to, like I said, first just demonstrate how the product works. So this is the interior face of the Z panel. You see we have a 24-inch block, so these can be stacked on top of each other with a mechanical interlock on both top to bottom and a recess right here on the right side when you're facing from the interior that can accommodate a stud. So I'll explain the purpose of that and how it really can be constructed. So again, this is the interior face. I'll first just talk a little bit about the composition of the block panel. So this is made out of hempcrete. So hempcrete is a combination traditionally of hemp shiv, typically a hydraulic type lime, and water. This product is a little bit different because we use a proprietary blend of a lime binder. We actually use hydrated lime with some additives that make it set up a lot like hydraulic lime. That gives us a little bit different properties. It allows the product to be dried quicker, and it doesn't compromise the structural integrity of the product. So, so the interior is all hempcrete, and the exterior is actually covered with a fiber mesh, and then that fiber mesh has just a very light skim coat of, again, a breathable lime plaster. So the way that this works is once the product is set into place, you'll construct your exterior walls or interior walls, and then the product would traditionally be plastered with a lime plaster on the inside, a lime-based stucco on the exterior. But the coolest thing about this product, and this is what I want to show in this introduction here, is really how it works and how it gets put together and why it's different. So first, you'll see that it is right now resting on top of a 2x6 piece of lumber. So the way that works is that this would be the bottom plate on your home build or on your wall build. So the way it sits is that there is a recess right here, so that this would just tip onto the bottom plate just like this, and then the product will sit obviously vertical. It can be used with either 2x6 or 2x4 studs, and I'm going to pretend for the sake of for this video, just so I can get everything in view, that this is a full 8-foot or 10-foot or 12, 14-foot stud. But right now it's obviously not. So this, you start off by placing your far stud on the right-hand corner of the wall, again on the interior side facing, and then this would simply be pulled up and mated tightly next to the stud. And then on the inside here, there is actually an embedded 2x4 piece of wood that allows you to fasten to the stud. So if I were fastening this, I would actually find those two pilot holes, which would be right here, and fasten it to this stud. Again, this is a 2x6 stud, but it can also work with a 2x4. The way you do it is you just pull the 2x4 out to the interior face of the stud. You have a little bit of an air gap here, but that's okay. You still have plenty of R value, even with this, 1.5-inch approximate air gap. And you would fasten this again to the stud just like so. So that is really how the product is constructed. I'm going to turn so you can see a little bit more how it looks from the side view. So this is a 14.5-inch wide panel. So that means that when you have a stud mated tightly here, and then you have a stud mated tightly here, you have your 16-inch on-center stud spacing. As I turn the product, you'll see how this interlocks from the vertical side. So again, this is where the bottom plate would be. Without the bottom plate, there's obviously a gap there. But with the bottom plate, it sits nice and vertical. On the top, with this part of the hempcrete block protruding and with this recession, the blocks stack and interlock tightly together. So there really is no air gap vertically with these block panels.